And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shaw Pirelli for the Shaw Pirelli Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shaw Pirelli Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello, everybody. Sastika, namaskar to all the listeners. Today is May 4th, 2017, and we are live on air. So if you're listening today, we'll be live and taking calls. The number to the studio today is 408-912-5565. And today I have on the board with me Chris. Thank you, Chris, for being here. And anything I'm going to tell you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. The number to our office is 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. The website to check, attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com, or type piralilaw.com. So today, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the roller coaster with immigration is still going on, and few good things, well, not really going to affect many of our listeners, but still, it seems during the when the Congress was signing for the funding of the government, they didn't sign up for the war, which is a good news, and it shows also that they are resisting a lot of those rules that are coming from the White House. Now, the other thing that now they're probably focusing on is the healthcare issue. So I'm hoping that they will kind of back off a little bit on immigration. Having said that, a lot of things are happening, and we want to mention to you, you need to make sure that you are covered on all the angles. And again, we will be opening the lines. Chris will be opening the lines in few minutes. 408-912-5565. If you have any question live, you don't have to mention your name, and I will advise not to mention your name, but just ask the question. And also, if you want any private consultation, feel free to call our office at 510-742-5887. And also, for those who don't know, I usually put all those shows again on YouTube or the podcast. I have not really uploaded the podcast directly, but I've been uploading them on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/sharpiralilaw. And of course, right now we are going through a lot of difficulties, and many people are really kind of panicking and really don't know what to do. But small things, the law itself, many of the law have not changed. So I will recommend that you still stick to the law, to the letter of the law. Of course, the application has become really difficult, especially people who are traveling. At this point in time, we're advising people not to travel unless it's necessary. But of course, depending on your case, it's good to talk to an attorney before you travel. So unfortunately, there's no way to really determine at this point if there's kind of a general rule. But usually when I listen to the clients when they do a consultation, I cannot figure out what are the chances of coming back. But it's really kind of distressing right now, and many people are just stressed. And unfortunately, there's no way to really calm that stress unless we analyze the case. What I will advise people also who are being terminated, look into the 60 days grace period. Make sure that that everything is done properly, and there's no real issue on when it comes to their cases before they file a transfer, before they're going abroad to get stamping, etc. And the truth is that right now a lot of people are very worried, especially when they are being terminated. And since now there's no premium until probably September, it gets more stressful. But The only good news that before Obama left, he left us kind of a gift with a 60 days grace period. Hopefully, they will apply this in a right way. Now, having said that, there are a few things I wanted to mention. One of them is AC21. Now we have the supplement J. If you're if you're moving company, excuse me, if you're moving a company from one to the other, you have issues that you have to basically take care of. And one of the things that people are worried about is, do they have to file the supplement J? And yes, they do have to file the supplement J. And the thing is, just like the way things are working right now, it's really um it's really kind of distressful because there's a lot of confusion should they move from one job to another. But the rule of AC21 still applies. The rule of the part where you have to have a same or similar positions, and also if you have a situation where basically you kind of, if you want to move to another job right now, especially under AC21, make sure that you do an assessment before you move. Just don't move before you do any assessment. And at the same time, we want to make sure that people get things covered and are actually in the right position to make things work for them, not in a way that they go and they move, then they decide if they have an AC21 situation or not. This is another thing, especially the supplement J. This is a new form that needs to be filled. Back in the days when people were moving to a same or similar position, they just had to write a letter. They didn't have to file the supplement J. So now they have codified it, and the supplement J is a form under the section 204J. And what it says is basically the same information as an AC21, but it kind of put it into a more kind of orderly fashion, which was not there before. We used to write it our own way. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to apologize today if the sound is not good. I don't know, Chris, if you guys are hearing me properly, but we have some kind of I kind of some interferences on my side. But if you're hearing me okay, then perfect. Okay, Chris is telling me that everything is perfect. And again, now we're opening the line. The number to call is 408-912-5565. If you have any questions on immigration, it doesn't have to be employment immigration. It can be adjustment of status, family petition, citizenship, you name it. Please make sure you just give us a call. And I want to say thank you to everybody listening today. So let us cover. We were covering a little bit the AC21, but there are other issues that are kind of pressing right now, where people are really getting worried, especially when it comes to layoffs, and I was mentioning that a little bit earlier. One of the things that if you're in a situation where you're being laid off, and you have pretty much now with the new rule from January 17, the ability to transfer basically from one transfer your visa, sorry for that, H1B visa from one company to another within 60 days. After that, you can still do what we call a new employment cap exam, but you will have to go through the basically to consular processing. I think we have one caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hello, Shah. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing very good. So I have a question. Like, you're saying the AC21. So the earlier whenever we used to change the employer, we used to put the AC21 later, right? On the
yes.
So is that what rule exactly you changed? I mean, what rule has changed, right? I mean, we didn't have to put the letter.
No, no, the rule has not changed. All they have done, they have just added a form now. It used to be just a letter. Now you have to fill the form. It's called Supplement J. So it's attached to the I-485. So you just go online, you can get it on the USCIS website. Just fill the forms, read the instructions, and then submit it. Okay? But the rule is still the same. Same or similar position, and 180 days has passed.
So if I do like say a multiple job, right? Because a few hours in some company, few hours in another company, we need to supplement, like send the supplement form twice for the two companies.
No, if you're doing at the same time two jobs, you don't have to. You just have to put it for one. What it does, it basically locks the green card to that new company. But if you are moving from company A then to B, you have to do one with B. Then if you move to C, you have to do another one to C.
Okay.
But if you're doing at the same time B and C, you just need to submit one. All it does, it locks the green card in one place. Okay? All
Got
right?
it. And for the existing one, we need not to do anything. But about if something is existing already going on, it's a new thing, right? You have to go for the new company.
Yes, yes, yes. It's a new for those that has already been done. They are not asking that. It's for the new ones. Okay.
Okay. Thank
All
you
right.
very much, sir. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shaparali. You're live on air.
Hi, Mr. Shah. Thanks for taking my
Hi.
call. I'm
You're
in the
welcome.
process of moving from one company to another company, and I just heard that I should be filing for the supplement J or something. Can you please provide more details on that?
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about right now. The supplement J is more like a codification of the AC21 rule. There's nothing special in it except now it's a form. It used to be when we file an AC21, only thing we had to do is just write a letter, basically proving that the two requirements of AC21 are met. Number one, 180 days has passed since the I-45 was filed, and number two, you move to a same or similar position. Now with this form, it's the same thing except now it's on a form, and you can actually you have space even to write about the new job description. But if not, then you can add. If it is not enough space, you can add a letter with it. But you just have to fill the form now instead of just sending a letter, which was not really formal. Everybody will write it their way. So now with the new rule, it makes it a little bit easier to follow up for them and for the people who are doing it. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
And if you go on the USCIS website, you will get the instruction on it. I'm going to prepare kind of a presentation of the supplement J soon and put it on the YouTube. Okay? All right. So let me take another caller, Chris. This is Sharp Ray. You'll have an ear.
Yeah, hi, Shah. Thanks for this wonderful show. I had a question.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just listening initially, and you said that whether it is too safe to travel or not in the coming months. Like many others, I have booked my tickets for India travel way back in December for the summer vacation when the kids have summer vacation. So I have already plans of traveling, and I don't think it would be feasible for me to cancel the ticket because I'm going to lose hell a lot of amount.
Definitely. Well, there are many factors to look at. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so my question was what should be the precaution, or how should I be safe while traveling? What are the additional documents that I need to carry along with whatever is listed as per the company policy? So what should I additionally carry? Is there anything that you can advise?
Yeah, it's not about what you carry, it's about what is there, right? For example, if the company is a good company and there's no problem with that company, no investigation or anything, and you carrying a letter of employment with you, it should not be a problem for you to travel back and forth with your kids, okay? Having said that now, if you have some kind of criminal record, like for example, especially if you have DUI, then you better be careful. I don't recommend traveling. Otherwise, they will probably revoke the visa and you will have to go and get another stamping. And that's I'm talking in general. I'm not saying you. I'm saying for everybody.
Yeah, got it.
But the factors that we look at right now is the strength of the company and the strength of the job position. And for those who can kind of work on level one position, especially on not a specialty occupation like computer programmers, like Q&A, etc., I don't recommend traveling because with the new memo, they are kind of considering those cases as non-H1B. So at the airport, they can give you a hard time. They say, no, this is not an H1B anymore. So as long as you have a good job, and I'm not saying perfect job, nobody has a perfect job, but at least the company has a good, is in good shape, you should be fine to travel. But if you want me to kind of get into more details about it, just give me a call at the office. I can analyze your case more precisely for your family, where we will go into the details. But if you are with a good company and you have your letter of employment and your 797 is good, your stamp is good, then the chances are not bad to come back. Okay.
Okay. So the employment letter is like I'm working for a major IT company from India and I'm working for a client here. So I need to carry the employment letter as well as the client letter, or is it?
Yes, yes, definitely. In those
Okay.
cases, it's more important than ever to have the client letter to confirm. Carry your badge, carry any, and make it easy, and make sure that you don't carry anything that will give you a hard time at the airport. Because once they start begging you, they will not stop. So just make it easy on them. Carry all your documents clean in a space where you, as soon as you, when you're going to be at the counter, you will be able to submit all this without having to go all over the pages. Okay?
Got it.
So these
Got
are
it.
a few
Okay.
tips. Okay? Okay.
All right.
Good luck to you and wish you all the best. And just to as a footnote, I wanted to tell everybody, it's not like you have to panic and not travel. We are advising not to travel because we had some bad experience in the past few months, but lately it has gotten better. So it doesn't mean you should not travel, but make sure you check everything before you travel. It's good to have a consultation with your lawyer before you travel. And if your lawyer is not available, you can call us. We can do a consultation at the office. 510-742-5887. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hello, Mr. Shah. My question is,
Hi.
for people who are on H1B, is it legal to have additional income through self-employment in fields that is not related to their H1B role?
Okay, very good question. There are two kinds of income, right? There's one which are active income and passive income. You are eligible, you are allowed to have passive income, not active income. What is passive income or income, for example, if you have investment in shares? For example, let's say you own shares in Microsoft, you own shares in Google. These are passive income. And if for example, a rental of property, these are passive income. But as soon as you get active, for example, you create your own company and you start signing checks or doing marketing or getting involved in the daily decision of the company, that's not allowed unless you
Okay.
have an H1B with that specific company. Okay?
Okay. That it
Okay.
involves like a self-employment where I had to allocate my hours to do something for that.
Exactly.
Like
Where
let's
you
say
basically
art or
actively
craft or
participate.
photography.
That's more like a hobby. That's kind of allowed because if it is a hobby, but if you're making it a business where you're doing photography and you're selling it, um, that might become a problem. But let's say, for example, you take a picture, you put it in a museum, and they want to buy it. It's not a big problem. But if you do it on a industrial or commercial level, then you might have some issues. Okay?
Correct.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you.
okay. Good luck to you. I don't know if I have more callers, Chris. This is Shapra. You're 11, yeah? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call. The lines are still open, 408-912-5565. And this is Attorney Shapra live today. And today is May 4th, 2017. So if you're listening live, you can call. And if you're listening on Friday night, then it's actually a recorded show. So I was discussing, we had a bunch of questions about traveling. So I wanted to make sure that we got that cleared. One of the things that we see in the traveling is the issue of what is their status, what is not their status. So make sure that you have a control over this, and make sure you check with your lawyer before you travel. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live in here.
Hi, Shapra. Thanks for taking my call.
You're
So
welcome.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
question regarding the AC21. So as you mentioned, we have to submit the supplement J form and things like that. So so what my question is like, if we can also eligible for EAD, right, after 485. So would it be, which one is the better recommendation, like AC21 or EAD for the job change? So what is your
No, no,
advice on?
no. Hold on a second. This is important, The thing is just like it's two different things. The EAD is a product of the adjustment of status. The AC21 is a transfer of the green card from one company to another. One doesn't go without the other. The EAD itself doesn't give you anything. It's just a product. The AC21 is a transfer. So you cannot just say, "Oh, I have the EAD. I'll work for that company just on the EAD," unless you have one company which is holding your H1B. So this is where things stand on when it comes to H1B. I mean, not H1B, AC21. AC21 is just basically taking the green card from company A, move it to company B. The EAD itself will still be there, but the working now. Let's say you're working with company A, you move the green card to company B. That means you're telling USCIS, when I get a green card, I will be working for company B. But that doesn't prevent you from working for company C without transferring it. So you need to park that green card somewhere, and
Oh,
8021 is kind of the parking. Okay, so
I
that's all.
see, I see. Okay, got it, got it.
Okay,
So that means the
okay,
AC21 is the one which you can easily port the GC from one company to other one. Okay.
yes,
Um, Thank you
yeah.
for. I have another question. I
Go
have
ahead.
advanced parole. So am I safe
hmm
to travel this summer if I have advanced parole? Um,
Yeah, advance parole is pretty easier than traveling on a visa, but just make sure you have all your documents when you travel. But yeah, it's pretty safe to transfer an advance parole. It's never 100% safe on anything, even being a
yeah.
citizen. But advance parole has less issues than H1Bs and all that stuff. Okay, okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck to you. You're welcome. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're 11 here.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I have a couple of questions. Both me and my
Sure.
husband have a green card, but
Mm.
so I have a full-time job in a very good company, but my husband is self-employed right now, and it's an early stage startup. So would that create any problems in terms of our return? We are traveling to in
Uh,
summer, so. And my
okay.
second
I didn't
question to
get
you
that.
was,
No, hold on, hold
sorry,
on. I didn't get your
okay,
first
okay.
question. Can you just repeat it?
Okay, my question was that both me and my husband have a green card.
Mm. Yes.
Yes, and I have a full-time job, but my husband is self-employed right now because he's in an early stage startup. So my
Mm.
question to you was, would that be a problem for him? Because in terms of, there is no revenue yet for the company or for him per se. So because it's a
No, it
really
doesn't
early
matter.
stage. So would that
It
be a
doesn't matter.
problem?
How did you? No, it should not. How did you get your green card?
No, so it's been more than 5 years since we got it because he was employed and I was employed too. He just moved to an early stage startup just
Oh
a few
yeah, no
months back.
problem. No, no, no. There's no problem. He should be fine.
And
Okay,
and the
unless
other
there are other
question I
issues.
had for you, thank you for
Mm.
that. And the other question I had was that we just applied for our citizenship. So during the application process, is it recommended to travel?
No, I don't recommend people to travel unless it's necessary, because then when you come back, it creates issues of jurisdiction, timing, etc. So I recommend first do your interview and take the oath, then you travel. But if you have to travel, make sure you don't travel for more than 90 days to be on the safe side. Okay? Oh,
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, because we just started the application, so even our biometrics are not done. We are
uh,
thinking of finishing the biometrics
yeah.
hopefully before we travel.
Then yeah, that's fine. But don't go for too long. You're fine. Okay? Like
Okay, all
one
right.
month is
Thank you so
okay.
much.
Okay? Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Sharp Rai. You're live on air.
Hi. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome,
Currently,
sir.
we have a cab gap extension till September 30th. So now the premium is cancelled, and so we understand there would be a delay in approving H1B. So what are the options if it get delayed beyond September 30th?
Well, you can talk to your DSO and ask them to extend the cab gap. Technically, if the H1B is delayed, the cab gap usually get extended up to the date when the H1B gets approved. And of course, if it gets denied, then you go up to that date. But you can ask for a request to your DSO to extend the cab gap for you.
That means even beyond the September 30th?
Yes, you can request it and make sure that they get it done. I don't know how they're going to treat it at this point, but but technically you should be able to extend it by requesting it. I have never done it, but I think it's under the law there. Just ask them to extend it. Okay.
Okay, sir. If the H1 is denied, then 60 days from the denial date, right? The grace period what we get.
Yes. If you have a gap, yes, you have 60 days from that date. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Chris. This is Shapra. You're 11 here.
Hi, Shah. I have two questions.
Hi.
One,
yes.
both spouses have individual I-140s approved with different priority dates and different EB categories? Is there a way for the I-140 priority dates to be ported? That's one. The other question which I have is, can a H1B petitioner apply for EB1C?
Okay, yeah. Let me answer one by one. Number one, you cannot port from spouses. All you can use from spouses of each other is cross-country chargeability. If you are born in any different country, you can use that for your spouse. So you cannot kind of transfer the priority date from you to your husband or vice versa. That's number one. Number two, yeah, an H1B can apply for EB1C. Definitely, I've done it and we have gotten approvals. But you have to meet the requirements, of course, of an EB1C. But yeah, if you meet the requirements that within the past 3 years you work for that company for 1 year, the company is in a qualified relationship. That means a branch, an affiliate, or a subsidiary, and also thirdly, they are transferring you. You are being offered a managerial or an executive position while you are working there, also in the same managerial or executive position. Yes, an EB1C will apply, and you can apply.
How long do you have to work in the managerial or an executive position for H1B to apply for EB1C?
1 year in the past 3 years, and it has to be in the foreign company.
Okay. Does it have to be in India, or does it have to be here on the H1B petition?
No, it has to be in India or abroad, and it has to be 1 year from one location outside physically.
Physically
Not here. Here is different. Here is for the future. But when it comes to direct EB1C, you don't have to be 1 year, but they have to offer you that position here that will qualify as a managerial or executive role. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shah.
Okay. Good luck to you. Okay. For those who want to check our website, by the way, is attorneyonair.com. Attorneyonair.com. The number to our office 510-742-5887. And I repeat, anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. Let me take another caller. Chris, this is Shapra. You're 11 here.
Hi. Parents have a green card and then they are planning to go to India. They might stay more than 6 months. Can they stay, or should they apply for advance parole to stay more than 6 months?
They can stay, but I don't recommend it because it's dangerous, especially with the time. I would recommend that they file for the re-entry permit. Well, it's the same form as the advance parole, but it's not really the advance parole. It's good to have it. As long as they come back within 1 year, they will probably let them in, but depending on the officer at the airport, they can give them a hard time. So I recommend, if they are planning to stay more than 6 months, to get the re-entry permit, which is the same form as the advance parole. Okay?
Do they have to wait till they get the re-entry permit, or can they apply and then leave?
Yeah, they can apply, get the fingerprint done, and they leave. That's a frequent question I get. Make sure you finish the fingerprint well before they leave. There's another problem when it comes to parents, because usually when they come to they go for fingerprinting. Oftentimes you will have the fingerprinting is not. Sometimes you have the fingerprinting not working properly because of sometimes their fingers, the skin is gone or something. So make sure that you get the fingerprinting completed before they leave. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Chris. I don't know if I have another one. This is Shapra. You're live in here.
Hi, Shah. Good morning.
Hi.
I have a question about my H1B. So I'm currently working with on H1B for a decent organization. So can I simultaneously work as in an executive position for a startup, early stage startup?
Okay, you're on H1B right now, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And you want to work concurrently with another company, right?
In an executive position, initially like a director or for a startup.
Well, you can do that, but they have to file what we call a concurrent H1B for you. And this present company might have to modify do an amendment on their own H1B to make sure that the two matches. So it is possible, but you need to make sure you have the H1B before you start working. Okay?
Okay. Even the current company, the current hedge fund has to be modified?
Well, this is a problem. If you will be working full time in company A, and then you have a part time probably with company B, they might question your timing, how many hours you have basically in 1 week. But if you have the hours, you can have one part time, one full time. But it's always the normal way is to have two part time. Then in this case, you have to modify company A, take it out from a full time H1B to a part time. But if you are able to cover the hours, it should be okay. But it's always difficult sometimes. Okay?
Okay, got it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good luck to you. You're welcome. Let me take another caller, Chris. This is Shapra. You're live in here.
Hi, Shah. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
In 2008, me and my wife, we applied for green card with a priority date of December 2008. I got my green card. So I'm the primary and she's the dependent. I got the green card in 2014, and for her, she's still on EAD because there was a medical RFE, and because of pregnancy, we didn't go through with all the medicals. And then the date has retrogressed. Now the question is, if I change my job, how does it work? Because I heard in a previous question that the green card needs to be transferred with AC21, but I already have my green card. And so how do I make sure when I change my job that she can get her green card when the date is finally for EB2 comes back to December?
Okay, let me get it right. Your wife has the EAD right now on a pending adjustment of status. You already got the green card, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, but this rule doesn't apply to her because you are the main applicant. Only the main applicant has to shift it. She will just follow you, basically. It's not a problem.
Okay, so if I change my job, there will be no impact to her.
No, because she's a dependent. She's a dependent adjustment of status, so it doesn't affect her. Rule doesn't apply to her. Okay.
Okay. So once she completes her RFE, etc., she'll get her green card when the date is current.
As soon as the date is current, she will get her green card. But AC21 applies basically, like I said, to park the green card on a job. But since the job is yours, not hers, she's just a dependent. So it will follow you, so no problem. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good luck to you. So we had situations like that before, and it does work. But they might ask questions maybe before they issue the green card, just a letter. But it's a simple letter. It's not an AC21 actually, because the green card has already been issued for the principal applicant. Let me take another caller. This is Shaprali. You're live in here.
Hello, Shah. Thanks for taking the call. Hi.
Welcome,
so
sir.
I am on H1B since more than 8 years. I have gone for stamping 2 times so far with the same employer, and every time I get 221G under TAL. So I'm just wondering that recently has the processing, and every time I have been stuck for like 2 to 3 months. Has there been any change in the processing times recently after the new administration? And is there any way to get pre-clearance on TAL before we go for stamping?
Well, the second two, no. The second question is no, because at the State Department jurisdiction is different. Um, and yes, in the first part they have slowed down a little bit. The average time is still 3 months, but some cases they're taking 4 to 5 months. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. But no, unfortunately,
Okay.
there's no pre-clearance. It all depends on their situation because that's a different jurisdiction at the USM. This is a State Department, not DHS. Okay? Okay. Good luck to you. Wish you all the best. Let me take another caller. This is Shabra. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. Thanks for answering my call.
You're welcome. What can I do for you?
Shah, my H1B visa in my passport has expired last year, June. So it's like 11 months or 10 months ago. But my I-797 is valid until October this year. And my company has filed an extension for me, and it got approved, and that's valid starting from October again until 2020.
Okay.
I am visiting India next month in June, and I need to attend for visa stamping because I actually drop off because my visa is expired in the passport. But when I'm filling BS-160, I have option to mention only one petition number, not two. But I have two petitions currently active, one which is like until September or October of this year, and that another that starts from October of this year and is valid until 2020. What do I need to mention? What petition number I need to mention here?
The second one, the last one. The longer one.
And there is something like start date and end date for the petition. That is also asked in DS-160 when I'm booking visa appointment. So what should be the start date? Does it should be September or October of this year, or can I give the current date because I have to again re-enter US in June itself?
Well, the thing is that you have to put the date from today up to the last date, because if you put the date up to the October, what will happen in your case, you will get only up to October on this time. So then bring the two approval notice at the US Embassy and they will clear it. But you start the date as from the day you're applying and go up to those 3 years, okay?
Okay, up to the 3 years, so it will be like 3.5 years or whatever it is, right? Up to the
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. Okay, I don't have any more callers right now, so I'm almost done. I don't know if Amit is there. We have one more caller. Let me take one more caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Yeah, hi, sure. Thanks for taking my call. So I have a couple of questions. One thing, this is for my wife actually. She's moving from company A to company B. She's on H1 and 140 approved. How long is it taking time to get a receipt, for a transfer? Generally?
Oh, the receipt for the transfer. When did you file? It's taking like 2-3 weeks right now to get it. When did you file?
Because we filed it on, I think, 10 days back. So, I heard some people saying it's more than a month or something like that. Yeah, so just wanted to
some of them are doing that because they're slow. They don't have enough people working on cases. So, it's taking between 2 weeks to 4 weeks to get it. Having said that, by law, as soon as you file it and if you have a proof it was delivered to USCIS, she can start working with that company. She doesn't need to wait for the receipt. If you look at the rule that controls that is AC 21 section 105, it says just as soon as it's filed. So as soon as you have a proof it was filed, even the delivery of post office confirmation, she can start working. She doesn't have to wait for the receipt. Okay?
But I think when we join a new company, right? The application form, they say what is the receipt number or something, right? Is it not true? They ask for that. I forgot the form now. When you join a new company, they ask for a new form where you fill it up.
The company, if you're moving with a new company, they will be doing the transfer themselves, right?
Correct.
So they should know when they file it. And that's the
law.
No, most lawyers
what's the proof that what's the proof that I'm a legal status, right? I think that is only the receipt number is a proof of status, isn't it? No.
Okay. No, if she filed an extension or a transfer, what did she file?
It's a transfer.
Yeah, but why do you have to prove the same company who filed your transfer about the
No,
legal status?
not for the. I think it's I-9 form, right? I think when you go to a new company, when you fill
Ah,
I-9 form.
for the I-9 form, yes, the I-9 form might request that. That's a different story. But technically, by you can use the filing at the post office. But you need to check with the HR about this because I don't do I-9, so it might be they will ask for a receipt. So you can actually use the other receipt, probably the old receipt. But yeah, that's one of the reasons some companies will want to have your receipt before you start working.
Okay.
But the receipt will come within 3 weeks. But that's not really the law. The law says as soon as it's filed, you can start working. But the
Great,
I-9 is a different complication. It has its own rules. Okay? Okay?
Sure, I have one more question.
Good luck.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah. I have another call and I'm almost done with the show. Give me a call at the office. We can talk 510-742-5887. Okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay?
Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Okay. You're welcome. Let me take one last caller. This is Shapra 11, yeah?
Hi, sir.
Okay.
Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
So, my question is, my employer is willing to have me go full time with my client, and I have a green card filed already with my employer. But say, if in case when I switch to a full time position with my client, and priority date becomes current, can I still go with my old employer for the green card processing, or I have to wait until the new full-time employer he files for my green card?
Well, if the dates become current, you can always move back to the company if they have I-140, which is still live. As long as they offer you another judge, they want you back. Yes. If that's a question, yeah, you can do that. But it's kind
I
of
don't
odd
want to
sometimes.
switch back, actually. The question is like I want to still stay full-time with the new employer, but my green card will be still active with the old employer. But say the new employer might not have been in the process, like he might not have filed my green card. I might not have gotten an I-140 till the if the date has
How
been
about that
open.
time? Okay. Yeah, it is possible, but it's a little bit risky. It's very hard to tell just like that. We have to look at all the circumstances around it. But yeah, a lot of people have done that because the company wants them back. So what they do, they file it and they work something with them. They say when you get the EAD or something, come back work for me. But having said that, if they're just doing it to help you to get a green card, then it's illegal. But if they genuinely want you back, yeah, you can file it and wait when the when you get the EAD, you won't go back work back for them. But the law is not really strict on that, but the application of the law is kind of strict, so you have to be careful. Okay?
Yes, sir. So the green card is not tightly coupled with the H1. That's what you're saying, or you're still?
Yeah, it's not attached to the H1. The green card is independent. You can be on another visa and still file for the green card. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Good luck to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm going to talk a little bit about debt settlement before Amit moves on. Just to let you know, there's another thing that is becoming really more and more prominent now is the debt settlement because a lot of people are kind of a little bit fearful. They're leaving the country. Ultimately, unfortunately, a lot of people are losing their job. The economy is kind of acting really weird. The dollar is falling and going up and they are not good. They are no good news really for the community out there. And some people are really stuck because they owe on their credit cards and their second mortgages or any other debt, and now they find themselves with a huge debts on their head. We can help you settle for those debts without having to file for bankruptcy because most people, especially in our community, don't like to file bankruptcy, but we can still work something out for them. One of the things we call it is debt settlement. You can check our website, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, and you can also give us a call, 510-742-5887 if you have any questions. And the way it works with debt settlement, it works on a contingency. So when we get a deal, then we get paid. So please give us a call if you owe money on credit cards, second mortgages, and any other debts. Even you have a lawsuit against you, and it's pending or basically things like that, we can try to work something out for you and negotiate for you. And just to let people know, thank you very much, and I apologize today. There was some background noise, and if you have any questions, feel free to call our office 510-742-5887. Please check our website attorneyonair.com. The news of today: a lot of people are going to travel for the summer vacation for their kids. Just be careful, carry your documents, and before you leave, it's good to have a second opinion or talk to your lawyer before you leave. And you can call us. A lot of people call us from big companies all over the U.S. They just want to have an opinion, which is basically as a lawyer representing them, not the company. And we can do that for you, at least on a consultation. You can call 510-742-5887. And if you want any help on debt settlement, you can still go ahead and do that. So now I'm going to let kind of Amit take over. I wanted to thank you again, and thank you, Chris. I will be back next Thursday, same time, 10 to 11. And Amit, are you there?